this oval door here, the window, or the window in the door, and I want to make a pinecone swag to go on that door right there. Usually we have this bee that my mother-in-law made us at our old house. We usually have that hanging there, but I really want a pinecone swag hanging there because I just love the way they look. So I have some pine cones from my friend's house left over, and let's make us a pinecone swag and see if I can make it fit on that oval window. Okay, here we go on the pinecone swag. So what we're going to need is pine cones, some type of greenery. I have pine needles and cedar. We need some berries, paddle wire, some scissors, a length of good thick rope, and some ribbon. And I am going for neutral colors for this, so I'm doing a tan and gold ribbon and white berries. I just want that natural, I want a natural neutral look on my front door. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, I want mine hanging downward like this on my rope. I want them to hang like this. So I'm going to just start out right here and just twist the wire around the rope, twist it a couple of times up, and then twist it back down. And that way it's good and tight on the rope. So we'll do that again. Hold a little piece of the wire right there, and then just wrap this through those little pines. I don't know what those things are called. I should have looked it up yesterday when I didn't know what it was called then, but I didn't. Okay, and then just twist this like a bread tie. Leave your stem hanging down, and then we're going to attach it to the rope. You're just going to take it around and around the rope a couple of times, and then go back down the rope a couple of times. So you twist up about 3 twists and down about 3 twists, and that gives you your good hold on the wire. I'll do one more to show you how we start the center, the way we start layering them, and then I will get the rest of them done in a quick manner. So hold this here, hold the piece of wire, bring it around, and then twist the wire like you are twisting a bread tie again. And then this will come down. This creates a fake stem is what this is called. I'm sure I already said that, but just in case you didn't hear me the first time, that makes a fake stem. And now we're going to start layering. So you want to layer, normally you would put big pine cones on the bottom, and then layer it with some smaller round pine cones. I'm using what I have. This is what I have left, and these are all quite big pine cones, and that's perfectly fine to me. I don't mind at all that they're larger pine cones. I'm just going to stack them anyway, the way you're supposed to make it. Okay, so we have this in the center, and we're going to do the same thing again. Just wrap it around and around and around, up, and then you're going to wrap it down. And I'm just wrapping it underneath because this gets a little bit heavy and you don't want this to fall off. Okay, so here's what you have. 2 pine cones, 1 on the top. And now what we're going to do is go down the length of the rope, and we're going to go left, right, center, left, right, center, left, right, center. And I'll show you what it looks like as soon as I get that done. Okay, so our pine cones are on. They're on. And now what we want to do is add the greenery and the berries. And you do that the same way that you do the pine cones to add those on. You just pick some greenery and lay it underneath if you want. Here's some more. Put that underneath. And then what you want to do is work your greenery in. You don't have to put greenery on it. You can just leave it and only have the pine cones. But it looks pretty with the greenery, I think. So you just work that in. However you see fit, you just work that in. Here we go. Especially if you see any piece of wire or anything like that, you'll want to cover that up. So, there we go. So what we're going to do is tie this with a piece of wire right here. You can put berries in it or you don't have to. Whatever you like to do, you can, you can make it any kind of way that you want to make it. But take the wire and weave it in and out of all of your branches. With both sides, just weave it in and out. And then pull it tight, as tight as you can, and go around and around and around. And then that last little piece of wire you can just tuck in somewhere. Sure that you can find a loop, just tuck that in. Now it's going to look a little wonky, I guess you would say, until we get it on the door. But once it's on the door and it's hanging up, then you'll see that it just looks beautiful. So you trim off the ends, and here's where you can add berries. You can add berries to it. I'm not going to add berries to it. I think I changed my mind on that. Okay, so we're going to add a bow. I want the bow to trail down the swag. So I'm going to cut a good big long length of this ribbon, and then I can always trim up the tails. Okay, remember how we made our bow before? Lay it like this. Even though we have these big long trails, that's okay. Lay it like this. Pull this to the center. Pinch that together, just like that. And then we're just going to make more bows. Or I'm just going to go around with it again. We'll make another one over here. Twist it around itself so it comes out the other side. And then we have a big pretty bow to go on the wreath or the swag. Now what I'm going to do is tie this with wire, because I want to make sure that all of this stays nice and tight and together. Bring this around. And it will look a little bit like a mess, but as soon as you get it on the swag and get the swag on the door and you do your fussing with it to get it the way you want it, it will look really nice. Okay, so you have 2 little pieces of wire here left, and that's what you're going to attach it here. So just put it on and pull it around, and then do the tie thing again, just like you would a bread tie. Now we're going to cut. Actually, we need to tie our rope back. I had to untie it for a second. So there's that. Tie it and tie it again. Okay. My loop making process is not working today for some reason. There we go. There's our loop. Okay. Now I want this bow to trail all the way down the Pinecone swag. I want to be able to see it all the way down. Oh, that's pretty. So we'll go over here, twist it a little bit, twist it a little bit here. And now, let's go hang it on the door and see what it looks like and see what adjustments we need to make. Okay, here's our swag. It looks pretty, I think so, at least. It's easier to do this swag if you have different sizes of pine cones. All of these pine cones are pretty big, so they're kind of hard to stack. You should stack them in like sets of 3, like an upside down V, and then 1 pine cone in the center, and then like stack them kind of like a like they would look like the shape of a M. You would stack them like that. But this is really pretty. I love the greenery. I love the pine cones. The bow turned out beautiful. I just really like this woodsy look. I don't know. I just really, since we moved to the farm, everything I feel like I want to decorate with is either grays or tans or, you know, woodsy colors, you know, like neutral colors. I don't know why. That's just my preference right now. You know, next week it may be, who knows what it may be. But I think it looks really pretty. So thank you for joining me to make this Pinecone swag. And I hope that you guys will take a chance and make your own swag for whatever shape window that you have in your door. Even if it's side lights, you can make them going down your side lights. You can make them going across the windows across the top of the door. You really could, you could do anything with this, but this is beautiful, and it'll give you an idea of how to attach it to the rope and how to make the bow and all of that, and just give you an idea of how to do it, and you can make your own. So I look forward to tomorrow for our next DIY. It's going to be super fun. This is going to be more geared toward outdoors and maybe trips, camping trips and that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to share the next DIY with you. Thank you for stopping by our channel for the 12 days of Christmas. I hope to see you back here tomorrow for another fun DIY.